we can see that we have actually four steps, or you can say the four phases of human society. The first phase has been hunting and gathering phase, where our only purpose was to survive, search for the food and survive for the next day, and the next day was the same thing. So this repetition was going on. After that, little bit of innovation took place in the form of we started developing tools made of wood and stones, and we moved into growing plants, growing vegetables and fruits, and then we moved into the phase of agrarian society. And this change in our overall journey transformed how we conduct our life, how we live our life. We created communities, we created small institutions, and then culture started emerging from that society, and you can say the phase of the society. And then came one more technological revolution which led to the new developments, and this technological development started around 17 or 16 AD onwards, and this phase we call industrialized society. And in this phase we started developing machines, and using those machines for the mass production of our items, and sending those items to different parts of the world, and then collecting the raw material, and then producing the final products. Like that we did. Now after that, one more technological revolution took place, and it actually again transformed the society, and we are actually living in this phase, and we are calling this phase information society, digital society, or you can say sometimes knowledge society. So in this whole journey of human society and the development driven by technology, what do you see? What is the underlying change? Can anybody answer? What has changed? Or the fundamental question or fundamental thing is that we are reducing our work. We were doing most of the work, or everything we were doing in hunting and gathering society, with hostile environment and with uncertainty whether we will survive the next day or not. And when we are living in information and knowledge society at present point in time, we are certain that we will live around 70 years or 60 years, because we have made lot of progress and innovations, and they are helping us to live a very comfortable and easy life. So the whole thing has been that technology has supported us and has helped us in reducing our work, manual work, and then giving us enough time so that we can utilize that time for any other purpose. So this is the whole. And what has led to this situation? This situation is being led by the curiosity, the ability of asking questions and addressing those questions and satisfying those questions. So this is the whole crux of our human transformation. Now if we talk about what we have been transforming in this whole journey, so initial phase we can think about that we were more focused towards transformation of the materials. So we were having wood, we were converting wood into small tools for, you can say, for toys, for other type of things. Then we went into the phase of transformation of energy. We invented lot of things. We invented different type of ways in which we can store energy, we can convert energy, utilize that energy in the machines, and then utilize machines in transformation of products or services, like that. And now we are transforming the information. We have device at present with us, mobile device, computing devices, and they all are actually data generation machines. And with them, because they are recording each and every movement of ours, we can say that we are actually data generating machines. And when we are generating data, we see that data is having our experience, our things around us, and it is, if we extract useful thing from it, then we can get useful insights and knowledge, and then utilize those things again to make our life easy, efficient and productive, which we have always been doing in the whole journey of our human society. So if we take two previous revolutions, one is industrial revolution and second one is digital revolution, the main purpose or main outcome of industrial revolution has been that it has brought the mass production of items. And because of that thing, society, people, their interaction with the society, with the institutions, government, political, educational, those things has completely changed. Now when we talk about the digital revolution, digital revolution has changed how we produce the information. Now we are producing information in mass, we are generating data in mass, and then what it is also giving us is, it is giving us the ability to disseminate, to create information instantly around the world within fraction of second. So that power this digital revolution is giving to us. Now if that power is given to us and this much data we can generate, then what next we can do with this data? So what we can do is, or we can see is, the what has happened over a period of time is that previous to this whole phase, or in the beginning of the digital revolution or digital society, we were generating data and we were managing our things, and we were recording those things in analog format. I would say analog format like that you are utilizing everything or recording everything in the paper format. You are utilizing your hands, you are writing information, and then you are saving that information in register or in a book. So that is like analog information. But if this is the information, how much information you can extract from this type of storage, or how much information you can collect? Limited information you can do. But after that, what happened because of the technology? Now we have started converting that information into the digital format, and we can store a large amount of information in a very small you can say pen drive, or very small area. That is the power of digitalization if we convert information from analog to the digital information. And if I talk about analog information and digital information speed, that how much we are generating. So when we talk about analog information, before 2000, majority of the information we were generating, or we were utilizing, or doing all sort of things around that information, that was analog, or it was like around 90-95% analog information. But after 2000, the information we are generating, digital information, that has reached to around 95% of information which we are generating, because of the softwares we have developed, because of the information technology revolution, because of the e-governance systems, because of the social media platform, because of the web platforms. Each and every institution without website now is thought as that obsolete institution. They do not belong to this era. And that's why even individual entrepreneurs, individual people, professors, anybody, they must have digital presence, whether it can be on your social media platform, different social media platforms, or it is on their personal profile. So you see that how much completely things have changed, and how much data we are generating because of that thing. If we talk about the speed of data generation, I tell you that whatever data we have generated in our human history till this point in time, we are doubling that amount of data in 2 to 3 years. So that is the speed of the data generation at present point in time. So what is happening is, whether we know it or not, unknowingly we are generating data, and we are data generation machines. And if we have the huge data, then what we can get is, we can extract useful information and then utilize those things. And that's why, as the previous speaker was saying, that why they are giving us the service in free, because they are utilizing our data, and according to that thing, they are utilizing that data to get business insights and sell the products and advertisement to us. Now, if we talk about the digital revolution, we have 3 phases of the institution or the individuals. We have digitization, we have digitalization, and we have digital transformation. Most of the time we call all these things as a same thing, but they are different. When you have analog information in your institution and you convert that information into digital, then it is called digitization. So it means the whole information, like you were storing in your records, in your registers, in your notebook, if you convert that thing into image format or the PDF format, then you are doing the digitization part. So what has happened, if you have done that thing, your institution is digitized. But transporting that information, utilizing that information, communicating that information from one department to another department, from one place to another place, from one hierarchy to another hierarchy, you need to digitize your workflow processes also. And when you do that, that process is called digitalization. So after digitalization, your institution, individual institutions, they become completely digitalized unit in terms of information as well as in terms of the workflow and the processes. But if the whole institutions are digitized, and if they come together and give a better service and efficiency to the end users or end customers, then that phase is called digital transformation. For example, before 10 to 15 years back, what was the way of traveling from one place to another? You have to go to, or you have to identify the travel agency, you have to call them, and then you have to make the arrangement that I will go from here to there and I will pay you these amounts and all these. But what do you do now? You just have one app, you search the location and automatically app comes to you. So what has happened is that you have app which is connected, you as an individual is connected, travel agencies are connected, bank is also connected, and one entity has emerged which is actually satisfying the requirement of all the stakeholders in this travel domain. So digital transformation means that you have individually digitized units, they are coming together, new entities are emerging, new businesses are coming, and they are giving you a better service in the form of efficiency, productivity, and convenience. And that is the whole purpose of our human life. We want to live a convenient life. We want to live freely, and we want to get more time as much as we can get, so that we can utilize that time for more thinking and then generating new things. Okay, so what has happened ultimately is that we have data. Because of these systems, they have generated data, we are processing that data, and then we are having output, efficiency, and productivity. This is a simple case of any software. Everywhere software is being adopted, that means this is the way they are thinking about the situation. Now when we talk, this is like e-governance also. In government, if government want to provide better service to the institution, or you can say the stakeholders like different government institutions and the citizens, then it is doing the e-governance. And e-governance means developing website and the software so that things can improve for the citizens. Now in this case, what happens is, next thing is, you have data, you have records, you have experience which you have stored because of these systems. After that, again you do the processing, and then you get the knowledge, insights, and decisions. In the previous case, you were taking the decision, okay, but work was being done by the software or the machine. So software is also one type of machine. And if I ask you what is the machine, then you will remember a very good definition given by 3 Idiot movie. Anything which reduces our work is machine. So software is reducing our work, so it is our machine, and any physical object that is also reducing our work, that is also machine. So now what happens is, in this phase of artificial intelligence, what is happening is, we have developed the digital transformation. We are going over that digital transformation, and we are going for the intelligent automation. The previous part is automation, and now it is intelligent automation. And what is intelligent automation? You are utilizing artificial intelligence to extract useful things, to extract knowledge, to understand anything, and then include that knowledge in the process so that the things become more convenient, efficient, and productive. So when we talk about intelligence, it means we want to build intelligent machine. And what is machine? Machine is something which is doing the work in the previous phase of our society, and we as a human being were giving the instructions and decisions that you have to do this work. If we are driving the car, car is our machine, and we as a human being giving instruction to the machine that if I do this, then you have to perform like that. And we were deciding that what we have to do according to our situation and according to the traffic situation around us. But what we want is, from the same thread which we have been following all our human society or all our human journey, what we want to do is, we want to even give this work of thinking, of processing, and making decision to the machine, so that machine become autonomous and intelligent. Up to this point, machine is able to do everything, but machine is not intelligent. So we have to give ultimately brain or mind to the machine, so that machine take its own decisions, but in the welfare of human being, or but according to the objectives it has been decided. So what we want is, we want intelligence and machine to come together and give us again a efficient, better, and productive service, or do our whole work. In this case, if we talk about intelligence, what is intelligence? Intelligence is capacity for learning, reasoning, understanding, and similar form of mental activity, like ability to perceive in the real world and act, proving theorems and medical diagnosis, planning, taking decisions, learning and adaptations to the real world situations, and then understanding patterns. And also we have different type of data like text data, audio data, visual data, extracting useful information from it after processing. So this is all about intelligence, and we want our machine, intelligent machine, to do these works on our behalf. Now, how machine will achieve these things? The thing was first thought by Alan Turing in 50s, and he actually, at that point in time, no machine was developed like that, but he was thinking even far ahead. So he was thinking, if machine we are able to develop like this, then how are we going to test that machine is intelligent? So he was thinking, can machine think? Can machine be a cognitive thing like us? Can machine be an organic mind? So he addressed that question, and he published one paper in Philosophy Journal of Oxford, Mind. It paper called was Computing Machinery and Intelligence. After that, in 1956, John McCarthy, MIT professor, he actually invited all the front runners of the different fields together, that you come together and we will spend 2 months time in one workshop in Dartmouth College in 1956, and then we will discuss whether this thing can be achieved or not, because at that point in time nobody was thinking whether it is possible or not. It was like a story to everything. So then they came together, these people came together, and they spent 2 months together in Dartmouth College, and this is the famous conference from which artificial intelligence started in 1956, and the term was coined artificial intelligence. And if you see in this domain, they all are Nobel laureates, or you can say very high people in different domain, not only from computer science or electronics or physics. Some are from sociology domain, some are from economics domains, some are from information theory. The whole internet which is going on at present is contribution of this person, Claude Shannon. He is called father of information theory. So they all came together, and then they decided that yes, we can develop machine which can simulate the human behavior. As human thinks, as human is doing the things, we will try to inculcate those things in our machines, and we will try to demonstrate that thing through that thing. So after that, when they decided, then field emerged, and we had 4 possibilities. 2 possibilities, thinking and acting. 2 more possibilities, thinking and acting humanly or rationally. What does it mean is, whenever I talk system, it is like machine, it is like software. So you have a machine which is thinking like human being. How do you say that that machine is intelligent or not? For example, as a human being, how do I demonstrate that I am intelligent? Because I am talking to you. If I am giving this speech, then you will think that I know my stuff, and you know that I am knowledgeable person, I am intelligent person. Yes or no? If you take my voice, if you take my effectors, actuators like body, hand and all these things, I have still mind with me. What will happen? I am still intelligent, but I will not be able to demonstrate my intelligence to you. So without demonstration, you cannot say to any machine that machine is intelligent. So it means systems that only think, they will not be perfect systems. We have to develop systems that can act. Another thing is, how do we define acting? Because our basis of intelligence is completely on the human being. So are we talking about that we have to develop machine completely like human being, or it should be something different? When we talk about human being can be dictator or Joseph Stalin, like Hitler, and human being can be Mother Teresa. So there is whole spectrum. So that human being foundation can also not be part of the artificial intelligence definition or the development, because it can vary emotionally. Sometimes we can go crazy and then do very unexpected stuff which can cause harm to the society and the systems. So it means we have to not base completely the definition of artificial intelligence or work of the artificial intelligence on human foundation. We have to go from that and go towards rationality. That rational human being we have to, rational machine we have to develop. So that was these things. Now if we are able to develop rational human being, Present day artificial intelligence, whatever is happening in artificial intelligence, that is actually part of rational agents. Means whatever we are developing, that is rationality is foundation. We are developing rational machine, not human or emotional machines. Now, when you develop machine, how do you decide that they are intelligent? One Turing test was designed by Alan Turing. He actually did what? That if he said that if you have these two doors here, and we as a human evaluator are deciding whether our machine is intelligent or not. So we have a set of questions which we are sending to this door and to this door, and we don't know in which door machine is there. In one door machine is there, in one door human being is there. And we get the answer from both the doors, and then we compare. If we are able to compare and identify in which answer is from machine, which answer is from human being, then it means machine is not intelligent, because we have identified. And if we are not able to identify which answer is from the machine and which answer is from human being, it means machine has developed that level of intelligence that it can fool human being. Now you remember the chat GPT. So if student is giving you the chat GPT answer, you won't be able to understand whether it is from the student or the teacher, irrespective of the background if you don't know about the student. So artificial intelligence is basically a field defined in computer science which is responsible for making machines intelligent enough to make their own decisions as humans do. That is the whole simple definition of artificial intelligence. Now there are two types of artificial intelligence. One is narrow artificial intelligence and other one is general artificial intelligence. In narrow artificial intelligence, it focuses on specific problem solving, and general artificial intelligence is about developing like common sense artificial intelligence, artificial general intelligence like human beings, that we can understand and everything, even what is not said. So that is the level of artificial intelligence. The things change in artificial intelligence after 2010, when data came from the already developed systems, algorithms were there, and computational power also came together. So after that these things came. Now we have accuracy of 98% in object recognition. We can recognize any object. We have accuracy, or we can generate artistic applications using artificial intelligence. You give the command, you write the text, it will generate the image. You give the image, it will describe that image. So anything, both ways it is possible. Human level understanding of language, speech recognition has increased in just from 2010 30%, around 97% at present. That's why real time different language translation is possible because of artificial intelligence. So these are the artificial intelligence concepts which you see, and everywhere we are seeing artificial intelligence development. Now when we talk about artificial intelligence in social impact, it can solve our social sustainable development goal also. Like one of the development goal is no poverty. We want to eradicate the poverty, but how do we eradicate if we do not know where poverty is or which area is poor? So some of the things, professors came together in one of the country in Africa, and they developed one artificial intelligence model to predict the poor areas, and they implemented the model with the help of the government, and they compared the result with the actual data. And when they compared the actual data, these two results were there almost 95% accurately. So government need not to invest in surveys also, census also, which is taking thousands of crore rupees and human resources. Now sitting at the home developing models utilizing already existing data, you can identify which area is poor and then automatically dedicate resources and do the social impact there. So these things are there. Artificial intelligence can come also into addressing climate related issues, climate change. Like in eastern part of India, Bangladesh, Google company and Indian government, they are coming together to identify where the flood is going to happen, and then give the notifications to the people in that area. So these type of innovations and social impact is happening because of artificial intelligence. Important thing is that it is having huge and transformative impact, and it will be the transformative impact of this level. Can you imagine your life without electricity? No. So you will not be able to imagine your life without artificial intelligence. That is the impact, because there is no space in our life where we do not use intelligence, and wherever we use intelligence, artificial intelligence will come into that picture. But there are some issues also of artificial intelligence, like loss of control. What is our identity? Our identity is based on our work, and if our work is taken over by the machine or artificial intelligence, then how we will define ourselves? So that is the huge problem. Security and privacy, unemployment, fairness, responsibility and explainability. I'll discuss one of the aspect of biasness. Artificial intelligence tool was designed by Amazon company, and they wanted to intelligently automate their recruitment process. And when they gave the CVs of that, of to screen out whether we call the person for the next interview or not, or for the next stage or not, 85 or 90% of the women candidate CVs were rejected by the system, although they were capable candidates. So it means that it is sometimes give bias results also. So we have to address this situation also, because if we place these type of systems in our real world, they will create problems for society and the governance issues will emerge. So we have to address these type of issues. One of the system was developed in USA for criminal profiling, Compass, and they actually developed that AI system which was giving for the law and order agencies advantage that they wanted to identify whether the particular person is likely to commit the crime and what is the risk associated with that person. But when the results came, they were very you can say problematic or unfair. Reason is, if you see here, crime is same, but risk associated with James Rivelli is 3 and risk associated with Robert Cannon is 6, just double. And if I add, this is because of the socio-economic data, because of the criminal means more people are there from the color in their jails, so it is inherently biased towards colored people. And if I add gender dimension also into it, then it becomes 1 to 6. This is true. This is case study, sir. That's why artificial intelligence systems is presently not included in very critical and responsible systems. It is wherever there is less risk, like in advertising and all these things. But there also we are facing the problems of biasness. So we need to develop responsible artificial intelligence, and we need to develop that thing in the whole pipeline of responsible artificial intelligence development, from design, development, deployment, use cases, and even governance. So we need to have governance model around it. Otherwise, we will face the problems. Now, as we were talking about that why these softwares and things are free for us, we are utilizing softwares like social media platforms, and we are consuming the data. And you know that if you consume certain type of data, and automatically that type of data comes to you. It means the more you are becoming part of the echo chamber, you will be getting similar type of data. And if you get similar type of data, it will make that this is the whole world. It will make your conviction rigid about that data, about that ideology, about that fact and anything. And you will be making yourself rigid to adopt the critical point of view. So problem happened when one study was identified done in USA for the different elections. In 1994, this is one is Democratic Party, one is Republican Party. If you see, these people are the people who are overlapping. It means these are the people, these people can vote Republic also as well as to the Democratic Party. Now after digital transformation 2000, W's data generation, you see that this space is shrinking. So the people who are adaptive, or you can say who think about this from both the directions, they are reducing. And now in 2004, you see this space has completely shrunk. So what it is happening is that it is making us believe that whatever we know, because of the fact and because of the constant penetration of the same type of data and recommendations, we are right, and we will not change our point of view. And it is something like that we are becoming individual, very rigid towards our ideology, and we are behaving like a Hitler, not in mass but individually in our choices. So we have to understand that there can be other point of view, we have to respect that point of view. Otherwise these technologies companies are, because of the intelligent systems and data generation and these recommendation systems, they are creating problems like this. So then we have issues of fake news and deepfake, which we have to understand, and to address these issues we need AI governance. And for AI governance, that's why around the world, government, companies, think tanks, they are coming together and they are building systems so that potential of artificial intelligence can be utilized in better way towards delivering very good solutions, efficient solutions and productive solutions to the end user without creating problems which we have discussed in the previous cases. So we have to understand that things should be transparent, our systems should be accountable. If artificial intelligence systems take wrong decision, then we have to identify who is responsible for that decision. Fairness, our system should not reinforce discrimination or biases in our society. Privacy and security, protect our user data. Human-centric approach we have to adopt when we are talking about artificial intelligence development and its use cases. So different regulations are coming, like EU GDPR, Global Data Protection Rule, Artificial Intelligence Act, Executive Order of United States of America, China, India. So countries after country, they are coming up with these strategies and then they are deciding how they are going to go about the development in their particular country related to artificial intelligence. Now comes the next question. We know that year wise, or you can say generation by generation, our intelligence is increasing. That is human level intelligence generation. It is linear, green line. But artificial intelligence started in 1950s and now it is almost close in some of the cases. Like ChatGPT, it is almost intelligent product, okay, which is able to generate anything what you like. So human level intelligence it has achieved. Now at certain point in time it is also going to achieve artificial general intelligence. But what will be that time? Can anybody guess? At what time artificial intelligence will be like us, or software or products of artificial intelligence will be like us? According to the Ray Kurzweil futurist, it is considered that it is going to be in 2035 or 40. So then we will have extreme artificial intelligence around us, and if it surpasses the human level intelligence, then we call that point singularity point. After that it will become like transhuman. So we have to adapt to the technology and we have to think whether how we have to adjust with these technological development, how we have to curate those technological developments so that they do not harm human being or human race, and we are able to utilize them in proper manner for our benefit. So thank you very much for your time. If you have any questions, I am ready to answer.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sharma, for your fact-driven and thought-provoking address. Your speech truly highlighted the immense potential of artificial intelligence and digital transformation in addressing real-world societal issues from public health and education to sustainability and governance. Your balanced perspective on both opportunities and ethical challenges reminded us that technology, when guided by purpose and compassion, can be a powerful force for positive change. Nevertheless, very rightly said, AI should be used responsibly. I now welcome on stage Director of GIMS, Dr. Som Sir, and to present a memento as a token of gratitude to Dr. Sharma. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us today. Moving ahead,